And hopefully another one is going to be Mourinho. Despite what you guys believe about Mourinho, I mean, you guys are big on Mourinho. But hey, he has great games from time to time. But the game that I saw last week, it was pitiful, to say the least.
I listened to Totti's interview today, and he said, yes, it's good to have a great coach. It's important to have a great coach, but you don't do anything without great players. Mm-hmm. He said Roma has good players. He has players that in a certain context could be good, could be helpful for the team, but there's no champions in the team. So Totti, your boy that you always classify as knowing everything, right? You use him as a reference, is saying stop blaming Mourinho and look at the players.
I don't think it's interpretation. It's stop blaming Mourinho. It's interpretation. It's spend a little bit more money, and Mourinho is not really the solution for the problem that Roma has.
Well, you know what him and De Rossi both agree on?
Yeah.
They said if anybody thinks that Mourinho's a problem, you're crazy.
No.
That's what they said.
Yeah, but the way the interpretation of soccer of a Mourinho's soccer right now, especially what we have seen on the pitch on the last game, an important game for Roma. You playing home, you playing the first of the almost the La Prima in Classifica at the winner of last year's championship, and all you do, you sit for 90 minutes in defense with the hope that something is going to happen, maybe a counter offensive for you to make the public enjoying those few chances that you're going to display in order for them to justify the amount of money that they spent to get to the stadium and to put up with a lousy performance, because Roma played extremely bad. I'll tell you, I will be so disappointed. And Inter came out with 3 points. Actually, I don't think they really worked for it that hard. I mean, everything just was so fluid to them, and then they went in and they took it.
Well, okay, I do.
Inter didn't win. Roma lost the game.
Well, I would disagree with that. I was about to agree with part of it, because I do agree that Roma, they were not going to win this game. Coming into this match, Inter is too strong of a team, and to get the Inter part, they're, for me, the best team in Italy. The style that they play, everything, their depth, even their coaching, it's really the top in Italy. Roma didn't really have a chance, in my opinion, to win. I never expected Roma to win. Mm-hmm. But there's also a difference between losing a game and then losing it in the manner that they lost. Because the way that they lost, they never even went out there to play. And I think that definitely the first goal with Çalhanoğlu ruined the match for them, because you can't give away a cheap goal like that in a match that you need to be perfect and very concentrated. And I know that they were missing players, right? They're going to say they're missing Tammy Abraham, Pellegrini, Karsdorp, El Shaarawy. But still, in my opinion, you need to have a better interpretation of the game, and you need to put on a better display.
No, Marco, I think I agree with you 100%. I want to say, Marco, I do agree with you on the part, like, yeah, Roma weren't favorites to win or anything like that, but the way they played, they didn't look hungry. They looked uninspiring. I mean, we saw the game. We were saying, what kind of performance they put out in front of their incredible Curva, who was singing 90-plus minutes, and that's a performance you put out? I was so disappointed, and I really feel bad for all the Roma fans. I feel like I got to apologize for that performance that they did. That was totally unacceptable by Mourinho. It was defending champions. You should have the motivation. You should be breathing fire to try to fight for this.
You got that
and
right,
what I
Mike.
saw on the thing, it looked like if you put us on the field. They had no real chances.
We're better than
Maybe,
that. Speak for yourself.
But there was no heart, Anto. They lacked
no heart.
heart. And Roma, you could say maybe the past few years haven't been playing up to par, but at least they showed something. Against the Inter, they showed absolutely nothing. And there's a lot of blame to put on Mourinho for that. It's not just the players in that sense. I put Mourinho, especially in the halftime, because in the second half, nothing really changed from the first half to me.
The players are definitely not good.
Yes.
But
so let's analyze the players. Okay, so they have a pretty good goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm. Rui Patricio.
Patricio is a good goalkeeper.
Starts
If
for
we look
Portugal.
in the center...
definitely screwed up, by the way, not putting a man at the first post.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that was a mistake. But let's analyze just in general. Okay, the goalkeeper is good. In the middle, they have Mancini, Smalling, or they're pretty good. I mean, Smalling,
Ibanez.
They're pretty good. I mean, he got unfortunate on the left side. Spinazzola would have been really good. So he's still waiting for Spinazzola. In the midfield, Veretout is not a bad player. I mean,
That's true.
He does his
not
job.
bad, but he's not really good.
Okay,
He's usually
Cristante?
better than he's usually
Are you
been.
going to
I
stick
mean-
up for Cristante?
But Cristante is a national team player. I mean,
right.
he's not
We
gonna.
gotta stop with this national. we
No,
gotta
no,
drop.
no,
He's not gonna
that's
hurt
not
you.
We gotta
That's
drop
true.
national
But he's not
team
gonna hurt
players.
you. Maybe he's not the flash guy. I mean, is he worse than Tonali? Is
What are
he
you talking
worse
about? Tonali is much better than him. Look at this guy here. Don't compare Cristante with Tonali.
You gotta
Crazy.
Funny. Okay.
So anyway, so the midfielder. I mean, Pellegrini is a great player.
Yeah, he's good.
He's again. Abraham looks like he's got so much potential to become a really good. Zaniolo, he doesn't score, but he's got that potential. Is there? He has to
Pick his head up. That's what he's gotta do.
Yeah, sometimes he holds the ball a little bit too long, but
Because he doesn't have guys around him. I
But
feel like.
But it's not just
Zaniolo's got talent.
Yes, I agree.
Abraham could grow, and so that's Mourinho's got to make sure that he grows. In the midfield, you got a couple of good players.
Mkhitaryan.
Pellegrini is good.
Mkhitaryan.
Mickey is good.
He has talent.
So he's not that far away.
Yeah.
Now, if we compare him to the other team, let's compare him to Napoli, who was in first place, to AC Milan, who was in first place, to
Who is on first place? No, was.
Atalanta.
Those squads are way better.
Right. Atalanta. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Way better.
Those teams are really good. Even though Napoli now they're gonna suffer because they lost all the players that they lost. But Atalanta, Milan, Napoli,
Inter,
and Inter, those teams are better. Okay, but they're not that far away. They need to get as close to number 4 as possible.
And they're in fifth.
I
right?
think they're in 6th now.
They fell
They're in
in.
six,
Technically
yeah, I
in
think they fell in 6th now. Okay, you got Juventus there, but this year they're struggling.
Watch Fiorentina now.
You got Fiorentina, who's doing very well. So they got, but they're not that far away. What I'm saying is maybe they are. If Spinazzola comes back,
7th.
They technically in
Roma,
seventh.
no, not
What-
technically. On points, they're 7th.
What's a point difference between 5th and 7th?
It is 2 points.
2 points.
So they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there. They're
2
there.
points.
So
Fiorentina is 6th, right?
let's say that in January you want to get some player. Let's say you get Spinazzola back. Let's say you get Pellegrini back. With those players, you're not that far away. Maybe you're 2-3 players away. That's all you are. And maybe if you buy one player, next year you could be there.
So you're saying everyone needs to stop complaining?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you need to stop complaining. You're always.
Are you putting the blame anywhere? Are you putting it on Mourinho saying that?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he got a bad break with Spinazzola. He got a bad break with Pellegrini. Those players are good. Zaniolo has got talent. Abraham is good. Now he needs to put all of them together. He might need another month or two to put them all together. And if he buys 1 or 2 players, he's right there to be in the top 5.
Can I defend my position on Mourinho? Because I took a position on this guy here.
Would you say that his squad is not as good as, like, for example, Bologna, who they lost to?
No, he's better than Bologna.
But so then doesn't some of that fall on him?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think
he should have done better there. Definitely. So there's a little bit blame to go with them, but the players have to perform.
Yes.
Okay, so it's
They're
not
lacking a little bit of character.
Right.
That's what I think.
more than a little bit.
Yeah, they have to perform.
There's
of course.
a little bit of not
They
understanding.
need an
where you
Ibra
are.
over there to step on the field and say, hey, if I'm running, you're running.
Well, that's
End of
kinda
the
what
story.
Totti said. Totti
Let
said
me
there's no
defend my
champion.
position on Mourinho, and I'll tell you the reasons why you're wrong. Okay? Let me just tell you why.
then we'll move on.
And then we'll move on. Inter gave up on Lukaku and Hakimi. And they got, who's coaching them right now?
Inzaghi.
Inzaghi, according to all of you, it was not top of the line coach to take Inter to the next level. Now Inzaghi got Dzeko and couple other minor little thing as a plug-in for the loss that they allowed to go to Chelsea and PSG. All right. So now what I'm trying to say to you that Inter should have been struggling right now with Inzaghi, but nevertheless Inter is playing a lot better. The fluidity of the game is much better. They look good on the field, and they're not struggling. They go and they just perform week in and week out. They are 1 point away from being first place. We're still first place, by the way. This is to try to tell you that the coach, to me, is not motivating enough the players, and that the style of Mourinho, it's not an offensive style. It's a wait and counter-attack.
So I would say that I'm not going to say that you're wrong, but I don't think either of your positions, it's not one or the other. It's not binary. It's not that, because Inter's team and Roma's team is night and day between the quality and the team. The difference is not just the coach. If you gave Mourinho that Inter side,
Gaetano
he would be in the...
You're wrong. Gaetano just said it. That Roma's got great players, got quality players. They do not put it together, because everybody's got people missing. We got a lot of players missing. We miss Cagliari, we miss Leao.
Teams are more deep than others, and Roma's not one of those teams that's deep.
Listen, all the players that Mourinho has available to himself right now, the national team player, the vast majority of them. Okay,
yeah,
don't give it to me.
He has no depth, though, like the other teams.
Quality. He's saying
really
quality.
doesn't. Look at Inter's
in
depth.
other words,
Inter's depth is ridiculous.
No, it's good.
If Pellegrini goes out, if Spinazzola goes out,
you have no replacements, no good replacements.
Right, that's what he said.
Mourinho was saying that
That
also.
is right.